Welcome back into the Sports Source. We were racing just to get ready to tell you that Madisonville Marine brings you this segment of the show. Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, Hurricane Deck Boats, Skeeter Bass Boats, G3 John Boats, G3 Talons, Suncatcher Pontoons, just some of the brands carried by Madisonville Marine. The destination in East Tennessee if you want to see the biggest selection of boats, Madisonville Marine. All right, want to welcome in the next member of our panel, Jimmy Himes, right there. Of course, the longtime host of Sports Talk on Sports Radio WNML. Jimmy, thanks for being here.
Thank you, John.
Let me start with you. Just very quickly, you've been over and seen practice a few times this week. Who has stood out to you? Just a couple names, people who stood out to you in practice so far.
I'll tell you a couple of guys that have looked really good to me. Von Pearson after his return, and then Juwan Jennings, who got moved from quarterback to receiver. Those two guys are extraordinarily good athletes. They look like really good receivers. They run good routes. They catch the ball really well. I've been impressed with them. Really impressed with Quentin Dormady and what he's been able to do. Now, it's harder to tell on defense, but my goodness, how could you not be impressed with the size of Khalil McKenzie? He was running a drill the other day, and he ran through some of the defensive players, and he was coming at me and another guy, and we're like, we got to get out of the way. We don't want to get run over by Khalil McKenzie, but those guys impress me.
When you measure his thighs, it's literally 6 feet across. They're each 36 inches around. You're talking 72 inches of thigh. That's like a redwood tree. Wow. Your mentions are pretty good there because I kind of want to talk about Butch Jones mentioned last night the passing game improved. He hasn't been thrilled with the consistency that he's seen in practice so far. So he said last night was a little bit better. Obviously getting guys like Pearson back, moving Jennings to that side of the ball. Crooms back, although he didn't do much last night. But you're getting bodies back in there, so that helps. But he's had an awful lot of praise for Quentin Dormady. All right, he's talked about his maturation as a leader. The reports from the coaches say that he's been very consistent as a passer. My question for you guys, we in the media and fans as well have all made Josh Dobbs out to be a Heisman guy. And I think I think his ceiling is enormous. But I still remember the Vanderbilt and Missouri games, okay? We all know the most popular player on any team is the backup quarterback. So here's my question. If Josh Dobbs struggles early against an Oklahoma or a Georgia or Florida early in the season, he has a couple games where you do look a bit like the Vandy and Missouri games. Is there any chance that Quentin Dormady gets legitimate playing time? Not mop-up, not due to injury. Is there any chance that we've overrated Dobbs? If he struggles, they give Dormady a shot. And in other words, this is your chance to stomp out this early or to pour gas on it.
Well, I tell you what, does he get a shot if he is your backup quarterback and Dobbs is not playing well? I mean, obviously you've got to make a change. Now, I think Dobbs, I would think that he has to play atrocious for you to make a change. I also think if you make that change early in the season, I think that you've got a lot more problems than anybody wants to see. But does he have a chance to play? I think you just got to go with the answer. Any backup quarterback who's not backing up somebody like, say, Peyton Manning, right there.
On our desk. Now I'll have to hold it because we couldn't have seen it. There he is, Peyton Manning. A gift from Chuck Cavaleris.
Anybody short of a quarterback like that, yeah, I think there is a chance.
Okay.
I think there's a possibility because if you look at Butch Jones' history 2 years ago, Justin Worley was struggling. What did he do? He started Nathan Peterman at Florida. So I'd say that that tells me that Butch might think like that.
All right, guys.
I think there is a chance of that. But here's the other thing, too. Butch Jones has already said that he wants to get his backup quarterback some meaningful snaps, whether it's against Bowling Green in the first half or somebody else. Now, pulling them when Dobbs struggles is a little different.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I do think he's going to try to work him in and get him some playing time, in part because of what Mike was saying. And he's known nothing but having his quarterbacks injured in Tennessee.
I'm from the kind of the school of thought that you can earn that opportunity in practice. That if you go out there with the twos and you run the offense against the ones and you really stand out, instead of waiting for an injury, I like to, hey, you've earned this chance the second series of the second quarter. We're going to put you in depending on field position, or we're going to give you a chance sometime.
That's the Spurrier thing to me. And I'm for, if you got one quarterback, keep the one quarterback out there.
Well, you got 0 snaps at the backup.
But if you tell the quarterback we're going to give you the second series in the second quarter against Florida.
Well, I'm thinking
and
Bowling
it's
Green.
3-3 or and it's 0-0.
Yeah.
You know, now Bowling Green is a little bit different.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what I'm saying, Bo. And if you earn it in practice,
Yeah, I'm talking about if Dobbs
Yeah.
stinks in a real game, doesn't have a good game. Let's say he has a couple back-to-back, like Vandy, Missouri last year, and it wasn't all on him, but people keep forgetting that. They think this guy's going to be Condrich Holloway reborn.
Yeah.
I think he may have some work to be done here. If he has some struggles in a big game, I just wonder
Or what-
if there is a possibility of giving Dormady a shot.
What about this? What if Dobbs tweaks an ankle? What
Well,
if he's just
Oh,
going to
yeah,
be
of course.
over?
Well, then he's hurt.
Well,
Well,
then,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, tweaks. I
Okay,
mean, not-
well,
I'm
yeah.
going to say I don't think he will. Is
Yeah.
it possible? Yes. I don't
You're
think he
right.
will because I don't think he wants to open a can of worms
Right
in the
there.
quarterback
Exactly.
situation.
I think that's a smart way of
I
playing
think
it,
if he
too.
gets that shot, then Tennessee's season's on the verge of really being a disappointment.
I think you get back into that wheel of fortune at
Yes.
quarterback,
Yeah.
and that's
I,
hit or
I
miss.
mentioned the Nate Peterman in Florida. That went so badly, maybe that would scare Butch Jones from ever
Well,
doing it
last year
again.
he tried to stick with Justin Worthing
Yeah.
for as long as he possibly could. So maybe that did adjust his thinking. Chuck, in terms of you got to get your backup snaps, I never saw Peyton Manning come out so Brock Osweiler could get in there for the Broncos.
Or even
That's-
Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, that's right. You didn't have T. Martin coming in and getting meaningful snaps behind me. So I see where you're going.
Yeah.
Spurrier would agree. I disagree. All right. When we come back, Vols lose a key member of their offensive line, the most veteran guy, and yet expectations continue to rise. We'll discuss. Come on back on the Sports Source.
From East Tennessee to the Carolinas, no job is too big for Benedict Construction. Patios and decks, custom remodels, even custom homes. With a reputation for excellence, rely on the custom work of Benedict Construction.